Today we will discuss about journal physical examination. First, you have to introduce yourself to the patient and take permission for examination. And make sure that your patient is lying supinely flat, one pillow under the head. And the ideal exposure, the patient should be exposed from waist upward. It means patient should be undressed. And you have to stand at the foot end of the bed. And do a usual inspection of whole patient at the foot end of the bed, and especially look for general state of the health, apparent age, weight, build, height, dress, personal hygiene, grooming, and look at the facial expression and complexion and posture of the patient. Pick up the patient and start inspection. Starting at the wrist, look for any bony deformity, joint swelling, metacarpophalangeal joint, proximal and distal interphalangeal joint. And if you suspect there is swelling and deformity, then you have to check the range of motion and palpate each joint symmetrically. And look at the texture of the skin and look at the nail. And especially look for clubbing with the help of card. Clubbing first appear in the index finger. If the clubbing is positive, then you have to do the relevant examination of cardiovascular and respiratory system as well. And look for the chylonychia, spoon-shaped nail, common in iron deficiency anemia, and look for leukonychia, and look for splinter hemorrhage. हाथ इस तरह करें. And now look for sweating, for muscle wasting, thenar and hypothenar, and do Dupuytren contracture. And at the dorsum of the hand, also look the wasting of the small muscle, interosseous muscle for dorsal guttering. Next, check the vital. First, check the pulse. The hand should be semi-flexed in this position and pronated. Feel the radial artery against the edge of radius with 2 fingers and note it is red for 1 minute, rhythm and volume. But in case of examination setup, you have to note it for 15 seconds, then multiply it by 4. Then check for radio-radial delay. The commonest cause of radio-radial delay is normal variation. Then take permission, check for radio femoral delay. This is the anterior superior iliac spine. This is the pubic tubercle. Femoral artery, palpate the femoral artery in the midway along the inguinal ligament between the anterior superior iliac spine and pubic tubercle. The commonest cause of radiofemoral delay is coarctation of aorta. Then feel the radial pulse against your knuckle and lift the patient arm for collapsing pulse. हाथ ढीला छोड़ें. Collapsing pulse occur in aortic regurgitation. Then feel for epitrochleal lymph node. This is the shake hand technique. And move your palm behind the elbow and feel for any epitrochleal lymph node, rheumatoid nodule, and any psoriatic patches. Compare it with other side. If epitrochleal lymph node is palpable, it is always pathological. Then you have to check for blood pressure. This is mercury sphygmomanometer. The column of our mercury moves up and down. If the cup is inflated and deflated in a calibrated vertical glass tube, the blood pressure should be checked. थोड़ा उस तरफ हो जाए. First in the palpatory method, then by auscultatory method. Wrap the cup about 1 and 2 inches above the cuboidal fossa, and this manometer should be placed at the level of the cup and palpate the radial pulse, radial artery, and inflate it till it become impalpable. Now deflate it slowly till it become palpable again. That is called systolic pressure. By palpatory method, we only can judge systolic pressure. Now feel the brachial artery medial to the biceps tendon. Put a stethoscope over it. Now it 20 mmHg above the systolic pressure that is already determined by the palpatory method. Now deflate it slowly. Till the sound become audible. As the sound become audible at the first time, that is the systolic pressure, and deflate it slowly till the sound become muffled and disappear. That is taken as diastolic pressure. But in case of certain condition, the sound become audible at a very low level. In case of hyperdynamic circulation, such as the eye output cardiac failure, thyrotoxicosis, anemia, pregnancy, in such condition where the sound started to be muffled, taken as a diastolic pressure, and it should be written systolic over diastolic pressure. Now you have to check for the temperature. This is the glass thermometer, and shake this glass thermometer below 96 Fahrenheit and insert it in the axilla. and wait for 2 to 3 minutes. And meanwhile, check for respiratory rate by visual inspection of abdominothoracic movement. For 1 minute, but in case in setup of examination, you have to count it for 15 seconds, then multiply by 4. Respiratory rate is 16 breaths per minute. If it is greater than 20, it is called tachypnea. Now take the thermometer and note the reading. Next, proceed to the axilla by the handshake technique. Look at the axilla for air distribution, acanthosis nigricans, and for lymph node by the handshake technique. There are 5 groups of lymph node. This is the lateral, this is the central, this is the interior, and this one is the medial group, this is the posterior. And assess the opposite axilla in a similar manner. And note especially the size, consistency, mobility, and tenderness of the lymph node. The size of the lymph node always and should be mentioned in centimeter, not in the pea size. Lymph node, the size of lymph node is a pea size. Is it wrong? Lymph node is a 2 to 3 centimeter. Either it is firm and hard in consistency, it is mobile or adherent to the underlying structure, and it is a tender or non-tender. Then you have to proceed to the neck. In the neck, especially assess JVP. For the JVP, the patient should be positioned at 45 angle. थोड़ा सर उठा है अपलेट. This is the 45 angle for assessment of the JVP. JVP assess along the sternocleidomastoid muscle and look for any visible pulsation along the sternocleidomastoid muscle. And note it is height in relation to the external angle. First you have to find the upper limit of the venous pulsation along the sternocleidomastoid muscle and put the one scale. Suppose if you find the venous pulsation here, you have to put the one scale horizontally in this position and the other scale at the external angle. This is the external angle, vertical to the ground, like this manner. Then you have to measure this vertical distance between the external angle and where the horizontal scale cross it. If it is greater than 3 centimeter, it is mean JVP is elevated, JVP is raised. And also assess the wave of the JVP. Either prominent is the A wave or V wave by palpating At the same time, left carotid artery, and that wave comes with the carotid pulsation, that is A wave, and after the carotid pulsation is the V waves. Then you have to assess for the carotid pulsation, palpate it along the interior border of sternocleidomastoid at the laryngeal cartilage level. This is the laryngeal cartilage. At this level, along the interior border of sternocleidomastoid muscle. Don't palpate the both carotids simultaneously because it can result severe reduction of blood supply to the brain. Then you check the ear auricle for any gouty topus and any lump and any masses, and with the help of the torch assess the auditory canal for any lump, for any masses, for any lesion. Then proceed the head and scalp, look the size of the head, shape of the scalp and ear distribution and any psoriatic patches. Then come to the forehead and look for any masses, any lesion, loss of a wrinkle. Then eyebrow, especially the lateral 1/3 of eyebrow loss in hypothyroidism. Then look at the eyelid for any ptosis, xanthelasma, and look at the eyelashes. In case of a SLE or alopecia totalis, the eyelashes will be lost. Then say to the patient, look upward, upar dekhe, look at the conjunctiva for anemia, for failure. Failure is the clinical sign, while the anemia is a lab diagnosis. Look downward and look at the sclera for jaundice. नीचे देखें, sclera for jaundice. And check the cornea for corneal opacity and size and shape of pupil with the help of torch. Now assess the nose for any nasal deformities and check each nostril for any polyps, for any ulceration, and check the nasal septum for any deformity and for perforation. Now you have to examine the oral cavity with the help of the torch and tongue depressor. Look at the lips, size, shape, and especially for sinuses and mucosa, and look at the tongue, ज़बान बाहर निकाले, for central sinuses or atrophic glossitis and angular stomatitis, and look at the state of dentation and mucosa. Gums hypertrophy, mucosa. Buccal mucosa ulceration and pharynx for sign of inflammation petechial rashes and ulceration. Now ask the patient to sit down, बैठ जाए. Now patient in the sitting posture, standing at the posterior aspect, now assess the cervical lymph node. First start submental, submandibular, preauricular, postauricular, anterior triangle, posterior triangle, occipital, and for supraclavicular lymph node, push your finger behind the clavicle. Has the patient in sitting posture and assess for any sacral edema and any scratch mark and any bony deformity and spinal tenderness. सीधा बैठ जाए, बैठ जाए. As we know, the spinal tenderness can occur in myeloproliferative disease. In case of myeloproliferative disease, there will be the expansion of the bone marrow resulting into the spinal tenderness. As you assess the lymph node, always assess its character, its size, its consistency, movability and tenderness. Now look front of the neck, any visible mass and any visible pulsation, and assess the thyroid enlargement. Offer a sip of water to your patient and say to him, swallow it. On swallowing, thyroid moves upward. Now lay the patient again supinely. लेट जाएं. Is the patient lying supinely? Now assess for bony tenderness over the sternum, ear distribution over the interior chest, gynecomastia, and breast atrophy in case of a female and gynecomastia in case of male. Now assess the inguinal lymph node. Inguinal lymph node, there are two groups of inguinal lymph node. One is the horizontal, other is the vertical. Horizontal along the inguinal ligament and vertical along the femoral vessel. Assess its size, consistency, movability and tenderness. सही है? Assess the inguinal lymph. And finally, assess the lower extremities and look at the skin texture, ear distribution, and assess for temperature. And pedal edema, assess for pedal edema. Press over the bony prominence. Assess for any leg ulcer and leg rashes. Leg ulcer can occur in sickle disease, Pelty syndrome, hereditary spherocytosis and macroglobulinemia. And leg rashes, if the rashes is palpable purpuric rashes, always think for vasculitis, such as Anocholin purpura. Then assess for pedal pulses. This is the posterior tibialis behind the medial malleolus, and compare it with the other side. And assess the dorsalis pedis in the proximal part of first metatarsal space This is the dorsal species, and assess it, compare it with the opposite side, and assess the toe for the clubbing and chylonychia, assess interdigital area for any ulceration and evidence of infection, and assess the sole for callosities for any ulcer and face cavus. At the end, thank to your patient and help him to get redress.